Hello and welcome to Shelter to Redline. This is day 24. Our current skills are Herding 120, Necromancy 120, Spirit Speak 120, Magery and Wrestling 100, Hiding and Meditation at 80. We are considering whether to change Hiding and Wrestling to Eval and Inscription. So it's something that maybe chat can help me with, or some comments on YouTube would be very helpful. I think having more spell damage and having longer buffs are something that would be very helpful to our current build. It's something that I've been thinking about for a few days. Sitting back and just letting monsters do the work and getting splattered by PKs is not something that I like very much. In our Summoners Codex, we have finished taking our Energy Vortex to 20 of 20, and we are now looking at what we should do with this. I'm thinking of taking Gathering Storm to go along with Gemini and Nether Strikes. We've started working on Demon, which is now 6. We've put that into Ancient, 3 points. So every time that our vampire, as it is with us, instead of a demon, stays out, they get a bonus of up to 18%. Our Blade Spirit is sitting at 18, and we're using Blade Storm, Dancing Blades, Precision Cuts, Razor and Serration with Spirit Pact. We've started to play with a little bit of Summon Creature, just because I can command it with the one spot rather than chucking out in a Blade Spirit. But that was just mainly for fun, really, just to see what happens. Our Earth Elemental is at 12. We're using Bedrock, Earth Pull, and Purge Impurities. Our Fire Elemental is sitting at 12 also, with Scorched Earth, Spirit Pact, Unstable Sorcery, and Wildfire, 1 point of each. And we have 3 points of Burning at both ends, 1 point of Fanning Flames, and 1 point of Glass Cannon. This has not been looked at, so it's something that we're going to have to do over the next week, just to see what the best thing to do with that is. Our Wizzard Grimor is now 50 of 50, and we have 1 point in Create Food, 1 point in Magic Arrow, 3 points in Reactive Armor, 3 points in Cure Arch Cure, 3 points in Protection, 2 points in Bless. The reason I went for 2 points in Bless is because it does up to 4 creatures. So myself, 2 summons and an extra one is 4. I was thinking about taking it to 6 for when I go out and do guild events, but I don't think that the 2 is going to make much of a difference. We have Greater Heal at 3, and we have Curse at 3. I didn't take any points in Mana Vampire yet, as we're not a very combat spell orientated character yet. Magic Reflects at 3, and Resurrection at 2. We went for Resurrection at 2 because it gives us a chance of mana refunds and an additional chance to resurrect an additional friendly character. Because the Coral Hive I don't like that very much. It's a great place for making money though. For Necromancy, I've started to play around a little bit more with what everything does, but I still can't figure out how to make the hotbar stay open. So every day I have to do that. We managed to loot something called Colonial Marks, though I have no idea what they are. And I think this is a trapped chest that I found. So I'm going to open that on a random alt. We've started to store up some more commodity deeds of reagents, and we have a few more that we can start to push out. This week's weekly bonuses are Karul Hive is the Sanctuary Dungeon, Shadow Spire Cathedral is 25% faster rate, nice. Ossuary is giving us a 15% more gold, which is nice. And Wilderness is the experience location this week. And obviously we're not doing very much with the last two. If I go back to the renter room, it's a little bit untidy because of space and things. However, we are able now to afford a bookshelf, which is something that I need to consider. I haven't done anything with these peaches. I've sold them if people have wanted them, but nothing more. In our loot box, we still didn't sell any of our gear yet because I've been having so much fun actually playing the game rather than running out and doing vendory stuff. We've collected quite a few more of our aspects and our skill scrolls, and I've started to be a little bit more organized in how I put things out. For our resources, we've started to get a good number now where I think we can actually progress from jumping around in just plain leather, and I think we can start going into what's really cool is the shadow. I'd really like to see what happens if we have shadow, plus the difference in armor value. That's going to be interesting. Timber wise, we've not really been going too hard on the lumber. I think my lumberjack is still at 82 maybe. So we're still learning places that we can go for that, and our ingot supply is still relatively small. For our arcane essence, we're at 12,000. We have been running around doing quite a lot without arcane essence. We are at excuse me, we are at command tier 7 and we are ready to progress to command tier 8. However, with command, I'm not sure that it's going to be our permanent aspects, and now we're at the point of it's no longer a cheap, should I say, gold wise to be able to progress. So it gives us a good chance to have a look around and decide what we actually want to do with the rest of our echoes. We do have enough gold to be able to start buying arcane essence. I think we got like 22 there just because it's not been put into the bank yet. I think we're at research material 7, mastercraft diagrams 5, and 104 arcane scrolls, and we have 2 survival gears. So we're starting to collect a little bit good to push us forward. Nothing's changing our tool wise. Our gems, we're starting to amass up to 400, 150, 500. So they're going quite nicely. 400 rubies is quite a lot. And for our treasure maps, we have 28 treasure maps now. So we're either going to have to start doing them or we're going to have to start selling them. But we do have so level 1, level 3, level 5, level 1, level 5, level 2, level 3. So we do have a few that are quite valuable and some not so valuable. We've got some Averite ore maps and some shadow ore maps. And we got some shadow lumber and some rosewood. So it's starting to look quite nice. Rose hide, golden hide. Something we're going to have to look into. I won't bore you by going through all of that too much. And in our basic sets, for our home regs rather than our trading regs, we are looking at a good number. I thought I saw 13k there. I didn't. It was just the way the numbers were. So we have got over 5,000 in some of these, so we can start filtering those through. For our potions, looting is proving to be quite beneficial in how many we have. Also, back in the bank, we have 2 of each keg full of the potions, so we can definitely start selling those soon. And we still have, from our loadout selection over the last week, as we no longer die so much, we've learned to stay alive a little bit. And we now have a mellow weed leaf hue from Aegis Keep 1779. I have absolutely no idea what to do with those, but it looks cool. For our junk wise, we've just finished going through those, but for our gear, we have started to get some Vanquish weapons, some power weapons, and a few things. I haven't gone through them very much, but there are a few in here that I think might be valuable. Weapons aren't selling so much on the vendor. We are currently sitting at 17 days ago was the last time I restocked it because I filled it to the brim. So it has still got quite a way to go. We do have to get onto that, otherwise we're going to get in trouble with Pwnstar. And for our armor wise, we do have some invulnerability fortification stuff. So we are starting to get a nice little selection of things that we can work with. We did a video yesterday for Wilderness Farms, which is just in time for the update of where to go. I hope you check that video out. I don't know how to link it, so I'll put it in the description. But these are the 16 places that I usually go to go for some experience points. I do like Ashumir, and I do like the Lizard Fort and Dragon Isle. But I think my favourite place is the Granite Quarry because I like collecting the gems. So that's where we're currently at right now. One of the things I said I was going to show you before was in our agents on how we organize ourselves, and this will lead into how to deal with thieves. Thieves are opportunists and they like to take things. I've had a couple of cores stolen, I've had a couple of survival gear stolen, a couple of power scrolls stolen. So I've looked into the best way to deal with thieves, and I will go to that in a moment, but these boxes are the way to do it. For our organization, when we go through where we put things in our into our organization, we made a macro based on what things drop. So our basic regs all go into this one here, organization box 1. And for like our rares go into these ones over here. And for our magic items, everything goes into this one on the floor. It has every magical item that we have accrued over the last 24 days. And every time we get a new one, we just add it to the list, add target, and then click. And then it comes down the bottom here. Eventually we get to a point where I think we should have every single one. That's relevant because of what I will show you in how to deal with thieves. 4 is the same, it's just our gems and our meat. And 5 is our potions, which goes into our potion sack. and 6 is for our cores and chromas and things like that that go into this one here, and 7 is for treasure maps, and we're also going to add into it right now skill scrolls. By the looks of it, there's only one kind of ID for skill scrolls, so that's good. And that also leads into how we deal with thieves. When we restock, we started at 20 for each reagent into our satchel, and the reason we did that was because of carry weight plus unknowing of how many reagents we go through in a loadout. That has now changed to 40 for the garlic and 40 for the mandrake root because of our buffs and because of our summons. So I anticipate that that goes to around about 40-30 down the line. And for restock 2 and 3, they were used for macroing the necromancy and our magery, spirit speak, and herding, as we were summoning and pulling out one reagent at a time in our macro. So while we was doing that, we were casting an elemental, taking the reagent from the storage, which means we could do it in the bank and not just at the house, and then dismissing them afterwards. I'll go through macros and things if anybody wants to. And the main thing we've been using is the item ID script, gratefully received from Jaseowns. Thank you very much to you, sir. And I've gone through and changed the settings that I want on my magical armors and my magical items. So we save supremely and we save exceedingly. We don't put any of our resources away. We keep them in our bag so we can keep a track of them. We save power and vanquishing. We save regular and greater slaying. We save invulnerable and fortification on all of our armors. We don't save anything less than that because it's of no use to us. And anything that's exceptional, we save that as well, but we're going to change that to 0 and save. So now when we loot people for their GM equipment, that will also be put into that list. So that's a weekly rundown on where we are. We are esteemable, which is cool. And we have also been doing, for our next section, is societies. We have 79 points in the Monster Hunter Society. It's the only one we've been doing. And I don't think we can spend any of these points yet. I've not been through them, I'll be completely honest, because I think our only plan is to go for chain links. So a chain link is 250, is 100, 250, and 600. And then get some reforges as well. Strongbox customization deed. Used to unlock the Strongbox 1 and 2 customization. God Mastery Chain Reach Forge. So there are things that we can do. We can pop over to the society now and have a look to see what this week's societies are. As you can see, I haven't done the new player quests for links and for the chain. I'm doing it through hard graft, as they say. So our Monster Hunter Society this week is 25 K's worth of gold from creatures in Mount Petrum, 2 mini bosses, 5 muck. No idea where they are. Kill 1 boss, 25k worth of gold from the Mausoleum, 3 harpies, 75k worth of creatures in Palma, 75,000 in Ossuary, 75,000 in Inferno. So that's a nice, easy group. 75 in Wilderness, Shadow Spear, and Nasaro. So these ones here are what we're going to focus on for the week. This is the first time I've seen it. I'm doing it with you. So we have Palma, Ossuary, Inferno, Wilderness, Shadowspire, Nasaro, 56 Petrum Cultists, Fungal 49. So those two give us a lot. 150,000 worth of creatures in Dark Mire, Temple Guardians, Angry Ghosts. So I'm thinking that I'll probably be doing the 75,000 golds worth because we are on a gold run. When it comes to the others, I haven't really looked into them as of yet because we haven't really got our crafter up, but we can have a look to see if there's anything for leather. Plate mail, so that's blacksmith. That's blacksmith. Okay, so for this one we can do 12 exceptional studded gorgets, 10 exceptional leather leggings, and 25 studded skirts. We could do some rose hide potion satchels. I'm not really into be doing the fair hide skirts, so that's nice. Let's jump back to the bank and take another look at where our bonuses are. Quality sanctuaries. So 1, 2, 3 of them are part of the society, so that's nice. So let's go and have a look at the Coral Hive, because this one is where we did the savage. I forgot what they're called now. The little raptor T-Rex things. Just meditate up. We've got our little vampires out. So for our vampires, they're only level 6. Here we go. So, Coral Hive. So we're doing this without aspect. We are stuck. We are going to die. It's really annoying. Somebody dead there. So when we come across somebody like this, what we got here, we've got bandages. So we take the things that we seem of value. So that's a lot of value, dude. Why did you die? So we still have space for all of this. Mushroom, that's always nice. So reagents, we'll take anything that's metal. Take those as well. Like we can literally clean lit the sky. There's nothing there else of value, so let's leave. And well, it's a nice start to the day, wasn't it? And let's go back to the bank. So we lost a vampire, but that's okay. It protected us. So that guy dropped 8,000 and quite a lot of stuff. Wow. So click on our reg satchel and put all our regs in there. And then we're going to go back to the house. And I shall show you how we protect ourselves from thieves. That was really quite convenient. That's very nice. So one of the things that I've been doing to help keep my things safe is something that I consider to be absolutely foolproof. This is brilliant. I didn't know about this before. I think that's a trapped chest, so it's in a red pouch so I don't accidentally open it. He had potions. He's got a mastercraft diagram, a research materials. So, you know, not going to say no to that. So back to the thieving thing, is over here, a place in Totem that I came across. And yes, we have loads of stuff on us, but we are currently just south of the Moon Gate at the middle house. And here, they sell trapped boxes. These are worth 1k each. So you can buy a pack of 10 for 10k. And yeah, 14k. Okay, so 10 trap boxes, 14k, you know, which is 1,400 each. And every single person that's opened this dies. It just goes boom. And I saw it on Pwnstar's stream. Somebody put a trap in one of the boxes and he opened it and he died. So I was like, that's a brilliant idea. So what we do is I'm going to go back to the house so we're not sat here. But as you can see on the map, it's just south of Totem Moongate. Still haven't made a macro for room or bank, but never mind. So when I was saying with our agent on restock, having, I'm hoping that's on the record, it is. So having your things here selected means that when you put something into a trapped box, for instance, add target and chuck all these into a box. Just going to put those there for a second. This isn't planned. This is literally ad hoc. So please bear with me. They're all going to go into there. Now, one of these boxes is trapped and one of them isn't. And because I died the other day and they got mixed up, so I don't actually know which one it is. So I'm just going to put stuff in both and then you'll see. Okay, so you make a macro with your looting loadout. So organizations here for your correspondent on here, and then you go into a macro, and then you set them a hotkey. The hotkey doesn't have to be permanent, it just has to be so you can record a macro, press the hotkey, and then add a weight into it. That's not the actual macro for it, let me see if I can find the right one. Sort. Yes, sort. So my sort macro goes through agent 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then restocks. So what you do is you open up each of your bags once you've set them as the hot bag, and then you press your macro to do it. If I open those, and that includes the explosive chests, as you can see, 7 and 6. You press your macro, and then the macro through Razor takes everything out of all of the bags and then puts it in its corresponding place without setting off the trap. So if you've got power scrolls or skill orbs or anything like that, you put them inside these explosive chests. Make sure that you've set your loot agent first and your organization agent first, and then put them into the explosive chests. And then when a thief comes along, boom. So what we'll do is we'll test that theory right now, and we'll see. So that's empty, and that's empty. It's just doing the potions. Okay, so explosion. Did I stop the explosion from going? So we're going to open one of these boxes and see what happens. So that one is not trapped, and that one is trapped. And as you can see, Louis Vuitton got a murder count because I opened his trap chest. So you saw me put things in there. Just stay there, and we'll release you. So you saw me put things into the box, and then use the Razor script to take things out of the box without it detonating. And then you saw me blow myself up to show you that that box was indeed fatally trapped. I had 100 hit points and it took me 100 to 0. I'm going to try right now with you here to see what happens if I let's just take 50 of each reg, just so I can get myself sorted. We're going to bless ourselves and heal ourselves to full to see what happens if 111 hit points can save me, or I can drink a strength potion. Should we go for a strength potion? Let's go full out. I need one of those. That only took me, yeah, there we go. So let's put all of these things back in the regs box, because I don't really want to lose them. I know we've got plenty, but that's not the point. We'll keep our potion there just because it's an even number. I don't have OCD or anything like that, honest, I promise. Anyone who plays this game is a bit of a sadist OCDist. There's the Mandrake Root. There's our spellbook. Everything else, yes, 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 yes. So we have 120 hit points. We have another box here. And this is full life. Bang, 121 damage that did. So that is a considerable deterrent. Anybody that opens your box, boom, dead. That's bank. So that is the foolproof way for wow. This is one of the boxes that I looted before. That is a foolproof way to prevent thieves. So that's not trapped. 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 And that's not trapped. What else we got? We've got one of those. I don't know what they do. What's this? It's a skinning knife. No interest in all these scrolls, to be fair. What's this? A magical wizard's hat. It's a nice colour. So yeah, that's of no interest or importance. And that's why it was junk on the floor, I guess. And that's another empty box. Regs, monies, bang. So yeah, so as you can see, like I said, this is completely unscripted, nothing here at all. It was just me showing you the best way to deal with the thief is to blow them up. And the best way to blow them up is to make them do it themselves. So check over to Totem, go and pick up some of these chests, put your valuables in it, and then when a thief comes along, watch them go boom, and then you can laugh, and then you can loot their body. That's something that I've been doing for the last week. Let's just restock our eggs because we're here. So that's what I've been doing for the last week, and that's how we've been getting most of our stuff. Finding that 994, gosh, so close. That guy that we found at Coral Hive was absolutely legendary. And here's all our stuff, so just pick all that up. So the only editing I'm going to do on this video, this is a test for me, is to do one complete video and try to keep it concise, informative and helpful, and see if I can actually do it. If I can do this, then I'm going to try do a live stream. I won't be using a camera. That's just not me. I don't want to do my hair every day. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So that just goes in there. And we don't carry potions around in potion sacks. So we do need to add to our organization agent 5 purple potion. So add target, purple potion. That means now that whenever we press the button, we will also add purple potions to our list. 74, so we've almost got a few. We're also going to fill up our vendor later on. I'll take a little video of that and try and fit that in. And we'll see where we can go from there. Oh, I've just realised I've doubled up on something. So I've got food here and food here. So that's meat and that's steak. So I don't know if I can stack them on top of each other. No, they're different. Yeah, so I'll see if I can do some of that later on, and I'll edit into the end. And through the week I shall try and do a few more videos to try and show you how we're doing some farming and working on our societies, having a think about what aspect we actually want to main to do, and how or if we're going to change over to do evaluate intelligence, and or if we're going to do conscription. You can tell I'm British right now, can't you? Inscription for the longer buff duration, or if we're going to push the boat out and we're going to go to something like alchemy and maybe a bit of healing, or we're going to go for some camping for the extra carry weight. But I'm not feeling that wrestling has really helped us very much over the last week. Anything that hits us generally hits us enough to stop us from doing what we want to do. I believe everybody's using these exceedingly accurate weapons and things. I can't blame them, you know, it's just the way it is, isn't it? So if you have any suggestions on how I can improve my build, or if you have any feedback on my videos, or if you'd like to tell me how much these things are worth, potent undead magic spellbook of undead slaying, durable accurate potent, vanquishing katana, vanquishing heavy crossbow, a power heavy crossbow, I think we have a vanquishing maul in here somewhere, durable power, there's another one, and a bow. We have an exceedingly great bow of power somewhere. There's lots. I think we've got 7 or 8 vanquishing things now, so if you know of the prices for these things, or if you have a suggestion of how I can work that out, I'd be grateful to hear from you in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and I'll be doing another video earlier in the week. Thank you for watching, and this is day 24 of Shelter to Redline. Have a nice week.